I think we are starting. Get some things posted here. All right, we are live. We are happy. It is Sunday, October 3rd. I am Paulette Rees-Denis, if you don't know me. And just decided to do this free journaling class today. I'm starting my journaling group on Tuesday, which will be a weekly class, which I love. I'm so excited about. And I wanted to share a little bit with you about what that's like. And what journaling with me is like, and what does this mean, and how do you do it, and all the things. So if you're here, say hello, and let me know where you're from. And I love your questions and comments. And this is meant to be, I know this is Facebook Live, so it's a little bit different than being on Zoom, but it really is meant to be interactive. I might ask you to read what you wrote, which is great, to share what we've written. But let me back up a little bit before I get too far involved here. And hello, Rue. Great to see you here. I hope you have your journal and you're ready to do some writing. So I'm gonna back up just a little bit. I am Paulette Rees-Denis, as I said. I am your movement motivator and your passion instigator. And I am an author. I have 4 books that I've published. And we're gonna look at a couple of them today as well. I blog. I am a poet, and as a lifestyle and business coach for creatives. I come to you weekly on Facebook Lives, and I send out newsletters and updates, and I have classes like this. Sometimes I have free classes, and sometimes I have workshops and masterminds, sometimes ongoing, like my new class that's coming up, From the Body to the Page, is the journaling class that I've just started telling you about. That's going to meet weekly on Tuesdays at 3 o'clock California time, Pacific Standard Time. 3 to 4 every Tuesday. We're going to get together and write, and I'm going to give you some of that juice today. And so, why do you want to journal? That's a big question from me to you. Why do you want to journal, or do you already journal? Do you have a writing practice? Do you want to have a writing practice? I'm going to move this a little bit closer here. I think that journaling is one of the strongest things that you can do for yourself to help connect with yourself, to help clarify all the things that are going around in here. Because you may know that you can get really all kinds of jumbled ideas up here. Lists, project ideas, inspirations, maybe you're angry about something. I mean, there's all kinds of emotions and things that go on in your head, right? And to get it down out of your head, from the body to the page. Whether that is just getting the list down, or going on a rant, or maybe writing a piece of poetry, or an inspiration for a project, or that always never-ending to-do list. But you get it out of your head, out of your body, so that it starts to make sense. So it starts to give you some freedom and some space in your head, but also gives you sometimes a memory, sometimes remembering what it is that project was that you dreamt up. Because how many times have you said, oh, I'm going to remember that, and then you completely forget it? Me, I do. I think of something and it's like, oh, that's a great phrase, or that's a great word, or what a good idea, I really want to do that, and then I don't write it down, and then I totally forget about it. So, how many of you have done that? Let me hear you. So, I think that writing also makes us more awake, more alive. because it does solidify things that are going on within us. And why do I call it from the body to the page? Someone asked me that the other day. Well, it is. It's those thoughts are in our body. Sometimes they are running around in our brain, and sometimes maybe you're holding in something. You're holding in an emotion, or and you're getting a stomach ache, or you got some tension in your shoulders. From the body to the page to help release, to feel more alive, to feel awake, to feel connected with ourself. Right? And the thing about journaling, which, I mean, it does help clarify and solidify some of those ideas. And then you can continue on with those thoughts and actually put them into action. You can then take those into something else later, but they got to get out first, right? They got to get out first. And so journaling is not about the end product. It's about the journey. It's about the flow, the connection, the release. It's about the journey. It's not about the end product or the end game. And so enjoying the process is so fun. And that's what I hope to bring to you in this journaling idea, in this journaling class, is to enjoy the process. Enjoy your own expression. Find a different way to be creative, or find different words to express some of the things you've been thinking about. And if you've ever worked with me in the past, I'm always asking you to journal out some things. I'm asking you questions about, whether it's about your dance, or about your art, about your desires. And so the things that I have found is when you do this, and then you share it, it's so empowering. It's so powerful. Words are powerful. But what I love the most is seeing you express yourself in a different way, or do something you didn't think you could do. I mean, so many of you have told me I'm not a writer. Well, you don't have to be a writer. You don't have to be a writer. This is not about writing a novel. It could be, if that's what you want to do. You could be working on a novel. But it's just about connection. And just like I always tell you in our morning clarity rituals that I teach you about, is meditate, percolate, and dance break. Is how to start your day, how to empower yourself, how to feel really good in your body. Again, how to connect, and also how to take action, how to move. So there's all these components. But right now, I just want to focus on the journaling. And I want to see who's happening, who's here. Let's see. This is great. Allie's here. Hey. Samantha's here. Hi, Samantha. Oh, wow. Samantha says, writing is one of the ways I know what I know. Yeah. Oh, that's beautiful. Well, thank you. Thank you, my dear. Thank you so much. So keep commenting, keep asking questions and whatever. So I'm trying to give you a little bit of backdrop, a little bit of reasoning. I think journaling also helps you discover your song. Maybe you are confused about what you want to do next, or you just have this jumble, so it helps you discover. And that's why I like to call it an exploration. I think it's also a way to break down walls. Breaking Down the Walls, my poetry book. I call my poetry my life shorts. So this is the first one. And I'm going to be working on a second one coming up here pretty soon. Very exciting. I love the fact that I came out as a poet, which I didn't acknowledge for years and years and years. But breaking down the walls. So here's prompt number 1. Are you guys ready to do a little writing? You got your journals? What does breaking down the walls feel like to you, or mean to you? Wherever you want to go with that. You've got 5 minutes to journal that. I'm timing. What does breaking down the walls feel like or mean to you? And if you're new here today, just now, the prompt number 1 is, what does breaking down the walls feel like to you or mean to you? Another minute and a half. Okay, we're gonna wrap that up here in a few minutes, a few seconds, not a few minutes. Okay, that's just 5 minutes. Now, in my class, we're going to have longer than 5 minutes. And you can keep going. You can just, if you're on a roll, you just keep writing. Now, because we're doing Facebook Live, I can't hear you. So I'm asking you to type it into the computer and share it on our illumination page, which I will put a link to. Or maybe we should put it on the Dance and Desire page. That's what we'll do. That's my group page. And I think I'll post that here in a minute. But I'll read you what I wrote, and then I'm going to read you a little poem, and then we'll keep going. How's that sound? And how did that feel, actually, to get writing that? You know, Allie, how was that to answer that question? Samantha, Rue, how is that to answer that prompt? Love to know. Okay, so here's what I wrote really quickly. See, and when you write fast, without editing, without spell checking, you just allow yourself to release, to write down the first thing that comes to your mind. That's what I'm talking about. Because that intuitive hit can be so powerful and exciting. Oh, good. Samantha says, I always love a good prompt. Oh, yeah, me too. Rue says, I felt a physical relaxation. Oh, nice. Wow, love it. From the body to the page. See, it's like a release. Okay, breaking down the walls feels like cracking my heart wide open with a sledgehammer, slamming into those ridiculous bricks, one by one, crumbling into nothingness, to reveal the beauty and the glory and the aliveness that was always meant to be, and is now, and forever will be. Open to allow, give, and receive the flow of creation and love. Oh, great. Ellie says it felt good, and I just allow the pen to flow and not think about it too much. Right, exactly. You can go back and look at it later. Right? Samantha says, writing that revealed to me some growth I wasn't aware of. That's awesome. It's taking the time to be aware, right? Taking the time to check in, taking the time to write it down. What do I always say? Words, thoughts become words, become things. It's like a manifestation of your desires. All right, so this is the breaking down the walls that I wrote for this book when this came out. I don't remember my past. I threw it all away in a frenzy of downsizing. Journals, photo albums, songs, relatives, experiences, lovers, places, homes, and even my parents. Except for the old songs. Singing nothing of the new. Legends, country heroes, ringing my bells, strumming my guitars. Who's going to wear those shoes? Release, letting go, freedom, memories. What is the past? It doesn't have a hold of me, on me. It has shaped me like a shapeshifter. I have glided through days and years of nuances, experiences, loves, lessons. Like a chameleon, to fit in. No, never to fit in. To be seen and heard, we all want to be. Not with this ugly green silver glitter nail polish, though. That's got to go. Can't barely look at my hands. The hands that bring me pleasure and make me money. The changer, the experiencer, the soul seeker, game player, sightseer, life liver, life giver. Art maker, lover, like the praying mantis, eating her lover and moving on. The desert beckons me, dry, barren, beautiful, full of spirit, magic words ripping from my heart. Connections with all that was, is, and forevermore shall be. Take me to church, she wails, tall, thin blonde, locked into my brain, repeating that line over and over. Mother figure, icon, seductress. He wrote it, but I remember her. Mary, Louisa, Claudia, wailing a soul-felt dirge. Did I throw that memory away too? No, because it's in my head, not on paper. But those words I must walk out in of the land, allowing the soaring and freedom that my soul now beckons for, the release of the prison that has held me back, still breaking down the walls. Whew. So that's a pretty intense little bit of writing there. And that may come out of you in this class that's coming up, or as we continue on. I keep getting this little message on Facebook. I'm sorry, it keeps distracting me. I don't know what I'm supposed to do about that. But, okay. So, how do you feel? Is this a thought that you want to continue writing? Samantha says, yeah, thank you. That's an epic journey poem. Thank you. Okay, so I love to give out all kinds of prompts. And sometimes it might be the beginning of a poem. Or it could be something ridiculous, making you think. So this is an exercise I actually do with a lot of my clients and my dancers. In fact, Allie, you've done this with me several times, but I want to do this with you because it's so good. And it's another way to play with your words and to get connected. So when someone asks you, you know, what do? You meet someone and it's like, what's the small chit chat you have with somebody? Well, you say, I am a coach. I am a lifestyle coach. I am a writer. I am a wife. I'm a woman. I'm a guitar player. Just pretty basic definition, description of what I am. Nothing fancy. So go ahead and write that. I am what? Okay. Anybody can take a minute and type in what their answer to that is. You know, there's always this kind of a delayed reaction here when you type in things, and that's okay. But we'll just move forward with this. So I am a wife, a daughter, a lover, a teacher, a coach, a dancer, a poet. But really I am. And here's where you really get to play with your words. But really I am a divine dancing priestess. I'm not going to continue because I don't want to put words into your mouth. I want you to think it, but really I am, and I want you to make it flowery and brilliant and gorgeous and loving and passionate. But really I am. Excuse me. So I'm going to give you maybe another 5 minutes. I really want you to play with that. Samantha's already writing in. Awesome. So good. Okay, I'm timing. Have fun. Play with those words. Feel it. Feel it in your body. Let it go. Let it flow. Keep writing. All righty. 5 minutes. Now you can keep going with that too. Let me stop my watch clock here. And isn't that fun? Was that hard or was that easy, you guys? Can anyone type fast and share? Samantha shared some things already, which was beautiful. I am learning to be here. I am increasingly pleased to be here. I am learning it's safe to show up. I am releasing identity in order to discover what's most true about what and who I am. That is beautiful. And how does that feel in your body? Where do you feel like that came out of? Did it come out of your gut, your heart, your fingers? So fun, I know, and it just gets juicier and juicier the more you do it. I know it can be hard at first because we're so afraid to say who we are or what we are or what we're passionate about and to stand up and own it, instead of hide in the corner. And so to start to look at who we are and what we love and what, like I said, I say a lot of the same things, but then I change it up and say different things because I do this all the time. Because it really is fun. I said, I am a dancing divine priestess. I am a magic-making, colorful instigator. I am a woman who is passionate about helping create change in the world. And you can just go on a roll. And it makes you look at yourself in a different way. Samantha says, it's a little tricky for me to find it in my body. That's something I appreciate about you. Remember to know body and ask body to inform me. Yes, absolutely. Because you know inside. You can connect to that part of you, or that all of you. Yeah, awesome. Thank you for typing all that up. Anybody else have anything to share? Might be a little bit hard to type it up. Now, when we do this class, it will be on Zoom. So it will be that everyone can talk and share. And there's also a private page where we get to write it all down and share it that way too. It's so nice when you actually get to say your words out loud and to have someone else hear them, which can be nerve-wracking, scary, exciting, titillating, right? Because then you are showing up. Then you are being seen and being heard, which is what we all want as humans, is to be seen and to be heard. Hi, Julianne. I am a woman like an onion, working on peeling away the layers that are no longer serving me in a positive way. Yes. Very nice. See, it just gets so juicy and I just get so excited. Bam. Samantha says, yes, me too. I feel like that image. Peeling away the layers like an onion. It is a good image. And sometimes when you peel those onions, they make you cry. They might sting a little bit. Think of all the things that onions do, and then they taste really good when you cook them up. So good. Okay. So that brings me to my next prompt. So I'm throwing a few of these out at you because I just want to give you a taste of what I do and how I do this with you. And I just love it. And I just want you to get into a journaling habit if you're not already. So this is also to give you impetus to get started writing. Samantha says, I am soothed by remembering that all those layers formed as a way to keep me safe. It's almost the same thing as I mean, it's the same kind of image as breaking down the walls, isn't it? Breaking down, or at least in my mind. You know, like I said, I see the bricks crumbling. I've always had that, the bricks around my heart. So breaking down those walls around my heart. Peeling the onion to get to the core, to get to the goodness that's in the middle. Yeah. Okay, so also, you know, sometimes the prompts are not so intense. Sometimes they're just really fun. And you could, you know, write a story, you could write a poem, you could write a screenplay. You could write nonsensical words, make up a whole scenario, and playing with words. It just lights me up inside to get some of those juices flowing. And like I said, it doesn't have to be anything. It doesn't have to be anything. It doesn't have to be, some of this is a little bit intense, you know, some of these thoughts today. It's another way to release. And like I said earlier, to be awake, to be alive. Because that's pretty awesome. So, okay, so this next prompt. What do you value? So we're talking about, you know, but who you are, but really I am. And with that prompt, I actually invite you to do that every morning. But really I am today. Okay, so the next prompt is, what do you value? Like, what do you hold sacred? What has deep meaning for you? What makes you you? Okay, let's have, maybe we'll have 10 minutes on this one. And I'll write it over here. Hmm. Nice. Julianne, thank you. Maybe we won't go for 10 minutes. How are you doing writing? I think we're going to stop here at just 5.5. Again, you can take these prompts and just, sit down and have a cup of tea or a glass of wine and just keep writing and see where it takes you. And then share it, because I'd love to know. All right, so bring that to a stop. And again, if you feel like typing it up in the box, in the chat box, that'd be awesome. So Julianne says, navigating my way to find joy, love, and a peaceful, spiritual, grounded existence, and finding and celebrating with souls who are on a similar journey. Nice. Bam! Now, Julianne, when you wrote that, did that just flow out of you? Is that a surprise, or is that something you've been thinking about? Oh, and Allie says, back up a few. She says, yeah, she's been peeling back the layers and use the onion analogy all the time. It's a good one. All right, well, and here's what I value. Just some of the things. Again, you could just go on and on and on. All creatures on this planet. Being vegan, showing kindness, being creative, feeling strong and healthy and fit, being active, showing up, laughter, love, my dog and Jeff, my family and my friends, self-expression, being of service. And Julianne says she's actually been working on it for a while. Awesome. Awesome. Samantha says, I value dogs. And I have a lot of words, but mostly I value dogs as teachers about how to live. They are my most beloved teachers. What I value most is learning, and I try to be a good student. Nice. So good. So good. I'm just reading this book now about, written by an animal behaviorist, which is great because she reads animals. And so she talks a lot about being with dogs and cats, but also, wild animals and other things. Anyway, it's really great. I can't think of the name right now, but I'll put it in the chat box. That's so good. Okay, I'm going to give you one more prompt, okay? And then we're going to tie this up, and this is a fun one. So all those, again, they're beautiful and intense, and they can be emotional and physical and personal, so personal. But here's this. Now, take this. Oh, Julianne says, absolutely, dogs are mirrors to those of us who are aware of that blessing. Amen. Amen. It's so good. Oh my gosh. Okay, here's a last little prompt for 5 minutes, okay? I remember the taste. Blank. I remember the taste. Now go play with that one. Oh, that's great, Samantha. Yeah, you should have some guava jelly. Thing is, too, you can rewrite any of those stories, and by making it new and by making it fun. Okay, bring that to a close. I'm going to read you mine really quickly. Oh, I know, I can hear my dog too, Samantha. Okay, Julianne says, I remember the taste of the love my Sicilian grandmother put into the peanut butter and guava jelly sandwiches that she made for me as a child. All right. Awesome. And anytime, anytime when you're doing this kind of writing, this work with prompts or whatever, you can go anywhere you want, right? You don't have to follow the prompt. You don't have to do anything. So I'm glad you did step over that, Samantha. And here's mine. I remember the taste of that sauce still lingering in my memory. My first fancy French dinner back when I was 17. That made me want to taste the world, to cook all of the things, to explore the places near and far, the foreign lands full of foreign foods and experiences and possibilities. All right. So, and that is great. I am so excited to share this time with you. Gosh, it's so good. Look at this. I don't know how you're feeling right now, but I'm just feeling lit up. And I just love it. I love it. So that was my one book. Breaking Down the Walls was my poetry book. My last book that came out is From Soulless Job to Creative Abundance. It's a little bit more of a self-help type of book. And then I had a dance book that came out before that. But one thing, and I'm sure that a lot of you know about this book, this is not my book, but this is the book that actually put me a lot into my writing back in the day, The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron, who has a thing called the morning pages, which is writing every morning 3 pages, and it's like a brain dump type of thing. And if you haven't done that work, I invite you to read this book or read portions of this book and get into the morning pages to start your journaling habit and see how you feel and see how it changes for you. And revisit it if you have done it a long time ago, because there's lots of great things in this book. Definitely worth revisiting. And that's just to give you a taste of what journaling and writing down things can be, whether you have prompts or you just sit down to write. There's just so much goodness that can come out of that connection with yourself. Thoughts become words, become things. And how do you manifest the life of your dreams? How do you bring what you want into fruition? By writing it down, by clarifying, defining, connecting with your heart, with your soul, with your brain, with your body, right? And if that just is feeling really good to you, then I do invite you to join my class that starts Tuesday. It's going to be every Tuesday. It's a weekly class that runs month to month. So it is like a membership. And we meet every Tuesday from 3 to 4 on Zoom. So there's more sharing, there's more participation between all of us, instead of it's not a Facebook Live thing like this. And that's so powerful. And building community, building connection is what all of that is about. Finding creative expression within yourself, and being inspired and inspiring others too, which is also very awesome. Oh yeah, life-changing book, Samantha says. Yep. So good. So if you are interested in that, now I had a founding member price that ended on Friday. So the class is only $27 a month for 4 classes every Tuesday. But as a founding member, it's $17 a month. And so if you come to this class today and you watch this or watch the replay of this, wherever you are with that, you are invited to be a founding member. $17. But you need to PM me. You have to private message me so that I can set you up with that price and not the $27 a month price, which is also still a real steal. But I'm excited about this class. I'm excited about gathering this circle of magic makers, of wordsmiths, of word makers, of dreamers, of artists, of whoever you are. Everyone. It's open to everyone, because I so believe in the process of journaling and writing things down and making changes and creating visions and having a good time in community, in connection. So I will put the link here. It's also in my Facebook page. And I really hope you have enjoyed this hour with me and with yourself and your journal. Let me know how you feel. And I put the link to the Dance and Desire group. If you're not in there already, you can connect over there and you can share some more of your words. But with the class, we actually have another page. We have another private group page that's just for us. So, whew, so fun. Just to get together and do this has been amazing. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for being here. And those of you who see this later, enjoy the process. Remember, it's not about the end game. It's about the process and the connection with yourself. And so enjoy that journey with your words. Share with me and let me know how I can help. And again, thanks for being here. Many blessings. Have a great rest of your day.